our enemies will fall.
Good. Good Magistrix Dawnstar to finally respond to my simple requests. I should take up the matter of her attitude with the Lord Regent of Silvermoon. She's quite rude. Nothing for you to worry your little head over. Now that you're here, I suppose I'll finally be able to get those party supplies that I've been waiting for. That was a question, but I said it like a statement. I like to throw parties, just little something to celebrate the magnificence that is Thalas. But I'm in a bit of a bind. I need you to gather up more party supplies. From Vinemaster's Suntouched at the Silvermoon City Inn, bring me a bottle of Suntouched Special Reserve. From Zanane First Light at the Forest Rider Retreat, acquire some more of those delicious Springpole appetizers, and you can pick up my delivery of fireworks from Hallis Dawnstrider at Fairprease Village. Be quick about it. And if you do this, you get an invite to his party, and I believe the trainers here will actually train you. There's a few, like the herbalism trainer here. I believe without the invite, they'll just tell you to be gone. I was just thinking, we really ought to take a trip south one of these nights. Maybe have an evening picnic overlooking the fighting at the border. What do you think, my lord? Wouldn't that be just so exciting? And he doesn't respond. Unless I was too far away, but I don't think I am. Am I?
Do not loiter.
And you are? And I can buy stuff from... Ooh, herb pouch. Cheap, and it just separates all my herbs. Not that I really need it right now, but it's still useful. Plus, they stack up to 200, as you've seen in the Torn one, so there's no need, but it's still useful. Then she teaches tailorings. Tailoring. Yeah. Okay, let's head over here and get... okay, that's just another crazed one. Really, it's crazed, but it's incredibly neutral. Typically, things in games, once they go to range, it's like and attacking everything. No, it's typically just meandering around peacefully. Typically, craziness is never denoted by, you know, anything short of psychopathic episodes, you know? Maybe I'm just being overgeneralizing. People have quite a habit of doing that with games. Like saying that, oh, games, you never kill Americans in it. I want to see a game where you do that. I mean, in games, you only kill Muslims. But, to be honest, maybe it's just me, but that is actually a thing Panel allegedly said. I haven't actually seen such a game. I've only ever seen I have seen a lot of games where you do kill Americans. Half-Life 1. You do. You do a bit in Blue Shift as well, and I suppose you could kill your American comrades in opposing force. I think. Then again, the game may fail you if you start doing so. I don't know, but anyway, there's plenty of games there. But basically, the point I'm making is people have a habit of generalizing unfairly, and a lot of people take it as gospel, even though they're just selling games short because, bluntly, they don't like them. Or at least don't really seem to like him or play him very much. Then again, the guy in question, at least this is apparently out of context, but I'm not sure how much context helps. Outright said, "I'm not a gamer. I'm a games developer." I can't pronounce the guy's name. I'm sorry. I would pronounce it if I could. He's on Twitter. I'm not really a fan of him. I should really look into the context of the tweet, of the thing, but I don't think it would really help much. He claims it's like what this Nintendo guy said of, you know, my business card says I'm like an corporate executive. In my mind, I'm a games developer, but in my heart, I'm a gamer. What he said in the thing is much different than that. Here he's saying, like, these things, but card says one thing about me, my brain says another. But at the core of my being, I am this. In my heart, like what I truly am, is a gamer. It's much different than saying, well, I make games, but I don't play them, or I make games, but I'm not a gamer. It's much different than that. Plus, in all professions, you kind of have to consume the material you're making. If you're an artist, you have to look upon art. If you're a writer, you must read. All writers say this. All good ones. If he's just being misinterpreted, he should have worded it better. Certainly, you can still be taken out of context and quote mined. Certainly, I'm not saying you couldn't, but the panel was kind of clear what it can't be misinterpreted. Certainly, maybe outside context explains it a bit better, but I think overall it should be wrote better. Certainly, since it was literally just not gamer, we're not gamers, we're game developers, and nothing else. If your thing is going to be controversial, you should maybe put more time, give more words to it. Rather than making it shorter than a tweet, make a bit more there. You make it multiple bullet points rather than one statement. Or maybe it's two statements, because I think they're two different sentences, unless there's a comma, in which case it's one. But you see what I'm going with. I just don't, I think the guy said other weird things as well, so I'm just like, eh. Then again, maybe I'm thinking of another guy. I might be. I think I am. Maybe. There's a guy, another guy who said really stupid things, and I've kind of blurred the two of them together because I can barely remember either the guys' names, and I just know them for saying silly things. Like one guy complaining, "Oh, there's not enough, people of color in Witcher," and then proclaiming one of these people that he wants in it, basically anyone who isn't white. Proclaiming and dismissing the guy as white, even though he is the guy he wants, in the kind of person he wants in the game. He even acknowledged him by name in it. I can't remember the guy's name right now. I can't remember the guy's name, and he's a big bad you spend most of the game tracking down. Bloody hell. It's the first Witcher game, and it's just, I can't remember that guy's name either. It's irritating all around. I think the first guy's name was, first name was Rami. Rami? I'm probably mispronouncing it, but I don't care. Anyway, giving out aside. Grimscale pirates. Thank goodness for you, mage. Those slimy Grimscale Murlocs have pirated away my cargo. It's bad enough that the wretched have stolen my little magical goods I had, but the Murlocs took the rest. What does this land come to? Could you retrieve my cargo? I can't expect that you'd be able to get all of it back, but I'll be grateful for any of it at this point. It was the Grimscale Murlocs in the huts, just to the west and south of the anchorage on the Golden Strand. I'm sure of it.
Be ready for anything.
You better be. The Grimscale grow bolder every day, Thalas. They've achieved enough coordination to launch an attack on the Sunsail anchorage. As if that wasn't embarrassing enough, most of our weapons were left behind when they attacked. Bring me back our armaments, so that we may show those ruffians who's boss.
Keep your wits about you.
Okay, there's another quest over here. Okay, I'm going to swing back here and get the Peace Bloom. There's another quest over here, and it's it's completely optional. You don't have to get it, but if you get it, you get more XP. So it's a good idea to get it. And I think you may get a green item. I don't know. I don't know there, Captain. I don't know. Alright, we'll just have to wander over here. It's like over here. You actually, from the West Sanctum, I'll go this way. If you follow the path, you'll actually come across a tent. By the tent is a person with a quest. They're overlooking some Murlocs, but you don't have to kill those Murlocs for their quest. You can kill the Murlocs over here, so you can combine two quests into one. You could theoretically grab the quest while you're up here. Wait, what? Get down! You can't fly. If you were meant to fly, you would have a gyrocopter. Anyway, yeah, it's just over here. I don't need a more blood thistle. Just over the addiction. World's shortest... Well, it wasn't addiction, it was withdrawal, but world's shortest withdrawal. You know, I could soon move on to Ghostlands. I'm nearly level 10. I'm not moving on till I'm done here. This is going to be part of these Let's Plays. At least the first time I'm going through an area. I will just play through each and every quest that I know of. If it's a secret one like this, obviously, if I don't know about it, I won't be doing it. But I'll play through each and every one, and reading all the text and whatnot. Sorry, my mind blanked. I think I'm going to call it quits after I get this quest. I might not. But anyway, you may want to watch all the, you know, guys down here, mate. They could try and kill you. But anyway, my mind keeps blanking. It's very irritating. Yeah, I'll be going through all the quests that I know of, completing them all, reading them all, and whatnot. If I run through a zone a second time, which I will if I'm leveling up multiple characters on like each continent, suddenly there may be zones that, like, okay, I'll go to this zone instead of this other zone. Like, for example, let's find. For example, say if I level a character through through Arati Highlands on the Alliance side, which I probably will be. Actually, I won't be. No, I will be, sorry. I'll be going to Duskwood instead. But I'll be doing that on my human character anyway. But if there's any such duplicates, say, like, if there's a third zone, I doubt there will be, but let's say hypothetically if there was, then that's what I'll be doing. I'll bring them to any other zone so you have new content. But if I have to, say, go to Arati Highlands second plus time on the same side, then I will I'll just rush through it. I may still read it for people who are just joining in that session. Like, in that one, I'll have to think about it. You know what, I probably will. I don't know. Fish heads, fish heads. Greetings, mage. Take a look towards this shore. What do you see? That's right, our beach. Our tranquil shore has been infested with the malignancy known as the Murloc. This blight will not stand. I have a task for you. If you feel that you're up to it, I would have their heads. Let us see if we can put a dent in their numbers so large, if they have any sense at all, they will return to the murky depths from which they sprang. Collect 8 heads. And you only get some XP. You get no gold or anything. And here's a ruby sapling. Let's see what its entry is. R-U-B-Y. Oh, this is something. Ruby droplet. Garnia Tamusal. The waters of the Ruby Lake are colored a strange reddish hue, possibly due to the ruby crystals found deep within the mountains of the Tamusal. And it looks like it's like dripping redness. Plagued blood. Deals 18 undead damage and plagues the target for 5 rounds. While plagued, enemies who strike the target are healed. Oh, that's nice. That's nice as well. Absorb. Deals 10 undead damage. The unit is healed for 100% of the damage dealt. Bubble surrounds you, blocking next to attacks. That's nice. Drain blood. Drains the enemy health of 10% of their maximum health. The unit is healed for 300% of the health drained. So, just to figure out myself, say if the enemy is at 100 hit points and you drain it for 10, you get 30 back. It's not bad. Elemental. Elementals ignore all negative weather effects. Enemy pets can still gain the beneficial effects from the weather when facing an elemental. They just ignore the elemental itself, just ignores the negative aspects. They take 50% increased damage from aquatic abilities, but 30% reduced damage, 33% reduced damage from mechanical. It's not necessarily a third, it will have to be 33 and a third percent. And a ruby sapling. Small elemental saplings grow into treants, fierce defenders of forests and groves. Scratch, thorns, photosynthesis, iron bark, poison the branch, and entangling roots. You can get different qualities of pets as well, like common, like poor, common, uncommon, rare, and epic. Don't think there's a legendary pet out there. But if you get these, if the better you get, the higher the stats. Okay, I got a fair amount of quests to be done. 1 second. Hey folks, and I'm back. Let me just tab out to make sure I'm actually recording again. I know I pressed the button and things happened. I just always need to make sure. So, let's continue. I know I was saying I might stop, but I want to record as much as I can. Then I'm probably going to head to bed. Actually, may get some food, then head to bed, as I'm actually getting kind of hungry. I'm going to work over here in the Murlocs first. Then I'll go deal with over there. Then I'll probably turn into quests over there, go in, kill their leader, and then probably head over there. Like when I'm done with these quests, I'll go turn into that guy's. Well, may as well wait a bit. But yeah, fish heads is a quest that's kind of hard to find. You kind of stumble onto it. Like if you go up there, you may see the guy with the question mark, maybe. But yeah. Okay. And it extends all the way down here, even though I think only up there is called the Tranquil Shore. Murgurg. I can never do the Murloc sounds. Maybe I got it right there. I would not know. Like I can do some voices, and apparently they're really good, but I just don't hear it. Oh, do declare, oh my stars and garters. And like the only other thing I can say beyond that is like, the sun shall rise again. I can basically only say like I can say a few other things here and there, but mainly I can say Southernisms. That was a misclick. Just something in my mind is like a Southern thing, you know, a stereotypical Southern thing. That's also like my best voice. For quite a while I could do another voice, a Mickey Mouse voice, though I think it was slightly off. I can say a lot more things in it, unlike the Southern Belle one. But the Southern Belle one was a better voice, if you get me. So, yeah. Making voice I wouldn't try now because it just goes wonky. A little worse for the wear, but it doesn't sound like Ann's broken inside. Ann inside's broken. No, the Murloc's probably just shotting there. They're like that. They're like shitting in people's cornflakes.
I can't cast that yet.
Funny enough, that's what she was transporting. Azerati and cornflakes.
That's still recharging.
I remember seeing something strange online that the guy running the Kellogg's company was trying to he hated sex and was was quite puritanical. Then someone else said, "Oh no, it's actually his brother." Someone joked when before that clarification came in that he was going to eradicate a certain part of it, or sex, or maybe it was just orgasm, via his bland cereals. I would laugh if one of these days, when I eventually turn monetization on, sometime years down the line, when I got a big enough subscriber base to warrant it, I feel awkward having it on with having 37, 38 subscribers. But anyway, turning this on and getting a Kellogg's ad, that would be awkward. But what I quoted and all. It was on the Bay 12 forums, for those curious. I did not look into it. I'm not that particularly interested. I just thought it was funny. If you're interested or in it and around, look into it yourself. It's better that way. Like the lesson we learned, never trust someone else to lie for you. Similarly, people may be inaccurate with what they tell you. So that's a lesson you should take to heart. Even if, like,